Welcome back to the Buffalo Bills franchise, everybody. My name is Color Corporal, and this is a recap video of our last game against the Miami Dolphins. We won against the Miami Dolphins 24 to 10, and it was an outstanding performance for our Bills. We definitely showed that we could hold off a team like Miami, though it is not that hard to hold off a team like Miami. But we showed that we can get it done. Josh Allen throwing for 255 yards on the day, 2 touchdowns, and he did throw a pick. He was only sacked once on the day, so that is much improved against other games, and he also threw for 66 completion rate. So that is probably his best completion probability for the entire year so far. Frank Gore getting the ball the majority of the time, 18 attempts for 55 yards and a touchdown. Devin Singletary got hurt early in the game, and he started off good. 6 attempts for 32 yards. 5.3 yards per carry, and LaShawn McCoy also doing a well-done job against this Miami defense. 4 attempts for 27 yards, 6.8 yards per carry. Granted, that was just on 4 attempts. Cole Beasley, once again, leading the team in receiving yards. 7 receptions, 109 yards, and a touchdown for Cole Beasley. John Brown, 64 yards. Zay Jones, 48 yards and a touchdown. And Jason Kroom for 29 yards. Ty gave up the sack. Of course, Ty gave up the sack today. He's been giving up the most sacks on this team so far. So far, he is averaging 1 sack per game. So we are going to have to hopefully, get that as a non-common point for him. Our defense played outstandingly. Tre'Davious White leading the team with 9 tackles. Teron Johnson, a pick and 8 tackles, and Levi Wallace giving up that 1 touchdown to Devontae Parker, but tackling guys for 8 tackles. Ed Oliver in there with a sack and 4 tackles for loss. Tremaine Edmonds only getting 4 tackles on the day. Very quiet game for him, which is very unusual. Corey Borralone having another great game for punting. I know it's not always great when you say that our punter is doing a phenomenal job, but he really is. I think we do have a franchise punter, so I definitely think we should sign him for multiple years to come. And immediately, Taylor Bennett has a comment about our victory against the Miami Dolphins, and she is just saying that our fan base is thrilled and they can't wait to see us continue our winning mode through October and November, and she's wishing us good luck. Let us check out Devin Singletary's injury. Let's hope that it is not serious at all, because we would love to develop this guy, and he is out for 4 weeks. Not great. He has got a dislocated ankle. He's only 21, so hopefully we can get him up and running again real quick, real soon. Great news is next game, Cody Ford will be back after we advance this week, so he will be taking over for Ty, and hopefully he will improve our right tackle position dramatically. Let us upgrade our players. We have actually many players to upgrade today in a result of that victory against the Miami Dolphins. So the first one we have here to upgrade is Teron Johnson. We are going to upgrade his zone ability. And he gets +1 to acceleration, +1 to press, and +2 for zone coverage. So that is a good pickup for him. He's got to get better with his coverages. Devin Singletary, another one we have to upgrade today. We would love to put a point into his power, but I think we need to get that speed up more. So his first point is going to go into elusive back to hopefully get that speed up. And only 3 upgrades. His acceleration went up. He's got +2 to elusiveness and +2 to his juke move. So not great for his speed, but his acceleration and his agility are both at 90 now. Wyatt Teller, one of my favorite players on this team, is getting his upgrade today, and he needs help at pass block finesse mostly. So we are going to upgrade his agile ability. And hopefully he gets some pass block in there, and he does. He gets +3 to pass block finesse. So awesome. He is now in the 70s on all of his blocking abilities. So that is great. We have Jaquan Johnson here. He's the backup to Micah Hyde. And we're just going to upgrade his zone ability. We'll keep him as a scheme fit player. And my majority of the time when I upgrade backup players, I just want to keep them as a scheme fit so they upgrade a little bit faster. And we have Corey Borgelone here getting his first upgrade of the season. And immediately I see that his accuracy is not great at all, but yet he is performing more than well for us, but he only goes up in +3 awareness, and that's his awareness. His awareness is now up into the 50s. Voshon Joseph gets a upgrade as well, and we are going to upgrade his field general trait, hopefully getting him into a scheme fit, and not quite yet though, but he gets a bunch of upgrades there. Pretty good upgrades for Voshon Joseph. +2 man, +1 zone, +1 acceleration. So that's a good upgrade for a linebacker of his caliber. I really do think he could be a backup linebacker to Tremaine Edmonds for quite a long time. So they will probably solidify our linebacking core for many years to come. We got Siren Neal here. We're going to keep him as a scheme fit as well with run support. He gets a pretty good upgrade, some pretty good upgrades. So those are his attributes as being strong safety. And let us look at more players to scout. So let us recap what picks we have for this coming draft. We have a first-round pick, we have a second-round pick, we have a third-round pick, we have 2 third-round picks. One from that 31st one is from Green Bay, and looks like our decision to trade Trent Murphy to Green Bay is not paying off, as the Green Bay Packers are destroying the rest of the league by the looks of it. Because they have the 31st pick as we have the 21st pick, but there's still a lot of football season to go this year. So we'll just have to see what happens with that. And we have 1 4th-round pick and we have 1 6th-round pick. So we don't have a 5th and we don't have a 7th, and it looks like that 3rd-round pick from Green Bay will most likely be a very, very early 4th-round pick if Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers go win it all. So let us go to strong safety. I want to see what we have here at strong safety because Jordan Poyer is getting a little bit older. Don't be surprised if you see him on the trade block in this next coming off season, just so we can see what he will be worth, and maybe we'll get another draft pick or 2 for him as well. And immediately, Darren Gunter here, A- hit power, plus B+ in pursuit, and B in awareness, and immediately Darren Gunter here, looking like a very good pick out of Florida, only 21 years old. I would like to see his zone ability in the Bs as well, but, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. The next ones we are going to look at is probably run stopper here. At the end of the season, Lorenzo Alexander's probably going to retire. We're going to move Matt Milano over to his right linebacker, his right outside linebacker spot. He will get the majority of the zone coverage linebacker abilities as well, or linebacker snaps as well, in Matt Milano. So we are going to have to find another run-stopping linebacker. And Richard Moorhead, 5'11", 220 and 233 pounds, very small for a linebacker. Not sure why he is that small. Definitely at 5'11", not looking at him as a linebacker, and really not looking at him at all in football. But he is from Buffalo. He's projected to go in the first round, so let us scout him. And he is a little bit overrated. Let us go down to Solomon Wayne here from Kansas. B plus in hit power, or B in hit power, B minus in tackle, and B minus in pursuit. Projected to go undrafted. Oscar Curtis here from Memphis, B in pursuit, B minus in hit power, and C plus in block shedding, not great. And Landon Weber here from Colorado. And he's also projected to go undrafted as well. So we are not finding what we want here at outside linebacker spot, but we can also draft an outside linebacker here at right tackle that has run stopping as their scheme. We just switch them over to left outside if we would draft them. And looks like Keyshawn Cooper here might be a player to look for. B plus pursuit, B tackle. I would love to see more Bs in there, maybe even an A. Very rarely do you see an A. Sam Hackett looks like a tremendous player here too with his power rush, but he's a power rusher. I like my small power rushers like that. All right, so let us advance the week here. See what happens in week 8. We are facing the Philadelphia Eagles. And of course we have Fletcher Cox as a X-Factor guy. And we are going to commit to slowing Fletcher Cox down. We're going to have to get at least one rushing touchdown from any member of our team. And we are going to also sim some gold medal training here and maybe even get somebody to upgrade. Love upgrading players in Madden 20. I don't mind the training scenarios here. They're nice. I don't mind them. I love upgrading players. That's probably one of my favorite parts for franchise mode, is seeing these players come out of nowhere and just winning Super Bowls for you. It's one of my favorite things to look at. And let's get Ed Oliver's finesse up again. I believe we did that with his first upgrade ability as well. And he doesn't quite get any finesse moves, but he gets +3 to awareness, +1 to strength, and +1 to tackle. And there is his stats now. We'll probably definitely want to start upgrading that run blocking ability of his. And Jordan Poyer gets a upgrade here as well, and we are going to upgrade his run support. And +3 to play recognition and +1 to tackle. I always like play recognition up for strong safety, as I'm a fan of good old Troy in Pittsburgh way back in the day. And his play recognition was through the roof. I remember that for Madden 25 when that came out. We also have Cody Ford returning in this week's game, guys, so make sure you keep a lookout for Cody Ford on the field, as this will be his first regular season game of 2019. Alright guys, that will be it for this week's episode of the Buffalo Bills franchise. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys stay safe out there and be kind to one another.